Dragon Masters, Wave of the Sea Dragon. Chapter 1. The Wizard in the Bubble. Worm, take us inside the fortress of the Stone Dragon, Drake yelled. Drake heard the other Dragon Masters gasp. His Earth Dragon, Worm, glowed bright green. Then Drake and Worm disappeared from King Warren's castle before anyone could stop them. Worm transported them to the fortress in just a few seconds, but in those few seconds, Drake has lots of thoughts. Diana, the head wizard, had just told Drake and the other Dragon Masters they were too late. Asteroid was about to cast a Belize life spell. Asteroid was an evil wizard. She planned to use the spell on the bones of giant ancient beasts. She wanted to bring the creatures to life to help her take over the world. The wizards couldn't get close enough to stop Asteroid. She had cast many powerful defense spells to keep wizards out of the fortress. Drake might be able to get past the spells, but the wizards didn't want the Dragon Masters to try to stop Asteroid. They all said it was too dangerous. I know it's dangerous, Drake thought, but I have to try. Drake's mind raced as the dragon's green light faded. Will Asteroid be waiting for us? He wondered. Will she hit us with magic as soon as we got there? They landed in the main courtyard of the fortress of the Stone Dragon. We did it, Drake thought. Worm and I made it past Asteroid's defense spells with no problem. Drake did not see Asteroid, but he saw his friends. Casper and his stone dragon, Shaka, looked like gray stone statues. So did Mina in her ice dragon forest. Drake, Casper, Mina, and the dragons had to try to stop Asteroid before. She had turned them all, except Drake, into stone. Worm had found a way to break free, but the others were still statues. Drake almost started to cry, but he stopped himself. If I can stop Asteroid, the wizards can help them, he thought. Then he spoke to Worm. Can you sense Asteroid? Where is he? He whispered. Drake's dragonstone glowed as he heard Worm's voice inside his head. She is in the garden of the beasts. They slowly walked across the courtyard. The tall stone walls of the fortress rose high above them. Drake and Worm kept close to the walls so Asteroid wouldn't see them coming. Drake tiptoed to the opening that led to the garden of the beasts. His heart beat quickly as he peered inside. Enormous balls were scattered across the sand. Asteroids floated in the air inside a red bubble. Her legs were crossed, and her eyes were closed. The bubble hung in the air over a white flat rock. On top of the rock, Drake saw the spell ingredients. 1 mandrake fruit, a bunch from a shadow bush, the tail feather of a ghost raven, a spring of black mistletoe, and the tooth of a spirit bear. You cannot cast the spell without all 5 ingredients, Drake thought. So, if I steal even one of them, I can stop her. Chapter 2. My Spell. Drake spoke to Worm inside his head so Asteroid wouldn't hear. It looks like Asteroid is in a trance. She must be starting to cast the spell. I'll sneak and steal as many of the ingredients as I can, Drake said. Watch Asteroid. Warn me if she opens her eyes. Be careful, Drake, Worm replied. Drake nodded. He ran into the Garden of the Beasts. He dashed toward the flagstone. Asteroid bubble floated over his head. He reached out to grab the ingredients. Before he could touch anything, he heard Worm's voice in his head. Drake, we got to leave now. Drake grabbed what he could, the branch of thorns. Green light flashed as Worm transported into the Garden of Beasts. Drake heard a shriek above them. My spell! He looked up to see the bubble pop, still floating in the air. Asteroid pointed a finger at Drake. As sparks sizzled on her fingertip. You and your dragon will not get away from me again, she yelled. Chapter 3. Don't touch the thrones. Drake dived and touched Worm's tail with his free hands. Too bracken, Worm, Drake yelled. Whoosh! Worm transported them away. Drake blinked. He and Worm in back of the underground training room in Bracken Castle. You shouldn't have gone to the fortress by yourself, Drake, scolded Griffith. His white-haired wizard trained Drake all of the King Warren Dragonmasters. Asteroid could have done something terrible to you, said Diana. Dragonmasters Rui, Anna, and Bo ran up to Drake. Echo the Dragon Mage followed them. Behind them stood a new master, Opeli, with a lava dragon Ka. Opeli's eyes were wide. Anna hugged Drake. I'm so glad you're safe. Wow, Drake, you didn't listen to Griffith, Roy said. That's something I would do. I want to stop Asteroid from casting the spell, he told everyone. Worm and I transported right into the fortress. I tried to steal the spell ingredients, but all I got with it was this. He held up the branch from a shadow bush, which was daubed with sharp horns. Be careful with that, Drake, Diana warned. Don't prick yourself. What would happen? What would happen? Bo asked. If you prick yourself with the thorn, you become a shadow, she explained. That's why it's called a shadow bush. And unless you prick yourself a second time within the hour, Griffith added, you will stay a shadow forever. I'll be careful, Drake promised. Can Asteroid cast the spell without the branch? Griffith stroked his beard. No, she needs all 5 ingredients. Drake sighed with relief. Then I'm glad Worm and I went to the fortress, he said. Maybe it was wrong, but at least we stopped her. Can she get another branch? Echo asked. The branch must be taken on the night of a full moon, Diana replied. That is more than 2 weeks away. That's good news, Drake said. 2 weeks give us plenty of time to find the sea dragon and the wind dragon. Anna has found a way to reverse the Felice life spell. The powers of 3 special dragons were needed to break the spell. Drake and Anna had already found the first dragon, a lava dragon. Now the Dragon Masters needed to find the sea dragon and a wind dragon. Think, Drake, Griffith said. Does Asteroid know where you transported to? I don't, Drake began, but then he stopped. His mind replayed his escape from the fortress. To a pregnant worm, he had yelled. I think she knows. Drake admitted. Griffith frowned. Then we must prepare, he said. Asteroid will not wait 2 weeks. She will come here soon, looking for that. He pointed to the branch in Drake's hand. Chapter 4. Keep it safe. I will find some wizards who can help protect the castle, Diana said. She snapped her fingers and disappeared. Should we ask King Warren's soldiers to guard the branch? Anna asked. Drake shook his head. The Alps in Asteroid use dark magic to control soldiers. It's safer with us. Griffith clapped his hands. Here is what we must do, he said. Bo has found the sea dragon on the island of Kapua. Drake, you shall go to the Kapua to find the sea dragon. Bring the branch with you. Asteroids will not look for you there. Griffith, I read one story about sea dragons and lava dragons. It says they all used to live on the islands of Noah, where Opali is from, Bo said. I think Opali and Ka should go on this mission. Maybe the sea dragon will be happy to see Ka. Opali looked at her orange lava dragon and nodded. Yes, Kapua is far from our islands. It will be exciting to go there. Excellent plan, Griffith said. Bo, you and Shu shall go too. Anna and I will stay and protect the castle, Bo said. And we'll try to find out where the wind dragon is, Anna added. Bo ran off. I will get Shu, he said. Griffith handed Drake a map. This is where you find the sea dragon, he said. Drake showed the map to Worm. Got it? He asked. Worm nodded. Yes. Drake tucked the map and the branch into his pocket. His hand brushed against his magic mirror. The mirror let him communicate with Griffith from far away. Bo walked back to the training room with the blue dragon with shimmering scales. Drake, please ask Worm to transport you all right away, Griffith said. Return here with the sea dragon. This is our best chance to stop Asteroid. Drake, Bo, and Opali touched Worm. Bo and Opali each put her hands on the dragons. Worm transported them all into a flash of green light. The end.